Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by a moment of silence. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Coming up today on FST News, find out about all the performances coming to the Hill this week.
And find out what stories are ending this week. All of this and more today on FST News. Real news, real time.
Good morning. Today is Monday, May 7th. I'm Logan Winter.
And I'm Zoe High.
Foothill's Theater is booming this week with performances starting tonight. Theater 1 is having their one-act final performances, and tomorrow Theater 2 and 3 have their performances, including some of Shakespeare's greatest scenes. All shows are from 4 to 9 p.m. in the theater.
If singing is more of your style, Choir has their final concert of the year this Wednesday from 7 to 8:30 in the theater.
And get your jazz hands ready to end off the week of performances. You can catch our choir and band's jazz night in the theater on Friday at 7 p.m.
Before we can leave for summer vacation, we have to get through our final test. AP testing begins today through the 18th, and final exams are the 21st through the 24th. Seniors, because of your graduation rehearsals, your graduation rehearsals are on the 24th, and you're taking your 5th and 6th periods on the 18th.
And why miss out on some extra credit? If you have a job, don't forget to turn in your pay stubs to Career Specialist Lisa Mendez in the Career Center to get free work credit towards your diploma.
Books can bring you on amazing adventures, but all stories must come to an end. All library books are due this Friday. That means all books checked out and textbooks. You can also return any books from previous school years. If you have any questions, see librarian Susan Ball in the library.
And while you're returning your books, you can also drop by to paint your favorite book covers on a ceiling tile. The library is open later on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, and you can paint a tile by yourself or with some friends. For more information or to paint a ceiling tile, see librarian Susan Ball in the library.
The end of the year is coming fast with only 7 days left. To help remember all of the good times, yearbooks are still available for $95 to the banker or online with a $6 fee. Yearbooks are being distributed during your English class this Friday, so time is running out. To order a yearbook, you can go online to FSTNews.com and search yearbooks in the search bar.
And now Jana and Evan are here with FST News Sports. Good morning, guys.
Good morning. If you're interested in the 2018-2019 football season, starting today, they'll be holding intramurals. JV spring intramurals are at Foothill from 5 to 7 p.m. Varsity spring intramurals are at Foothill, as well as starting at 6 to 8 p.m.
Girls volleyball information meeting Thursday at 1:30, room 308. And for any girls interested in playing volleyball next year, there's an informational meeting on Thursday at 1:30 in room 308. Now from Foothill to our Golden Knights, they have been playing for a few months and made history last night by winning 3-0 against the Sharks and have finished the season off with the winning 51 games, losing 24 and tying 7. The Knights are leading the Pacific Division with 48 wins and 103 points, heading to the Western Conference Final for the first time ever.
Marc-Andrew Fleury, one of Golden Knights' goalies, stopped 28 stops last night. Overall, Fleury had 299 saves on the team and has 3 shutouts. Defenses have been most of the work in previous games, but offense really brought their game last night. The Knights are definitely ready to take on any game, anytime.
Well, that's all the sports for today, Falcons.
Now back over to Logan and Zoe at the desk.
My apologies earlier. I meant to say 17 days left of school. Our first-year students in video production have been working hard all year long, but most of you don't get an opportunity to see it.
All this week after our regular news broadcast, you have the chance to see what our first-year interns have been working on.
From all of us here at FST News, have a marvelous Monday, Falcons, and make sure to stay tuned for a special newscast from our FST News interns.
Good morning. morning, I'm Connor Gagnon.
And I'm Carter Stagg.
Today on FST News, we will tell you about how phones are gaining acceptance in school and how our main water source is becoming non-existent.
Recently, teachers in Oklahoma and West Virginia, teachers have been going on strike for higher pay. Oklahoma lawmakers passed a bill to give teachers a $1,600 raise on average, but teachers are still not happy. They're also fighting for higher funds for education. One teacher, Wendy Joseph, says, "When we stand up for ourselves, we stand up for our students too." The Oklahoma bill raises taxes on cigarette sales, fuel, and logging in order to fund the raise for teachers, an increase of 16% on average.
87 million users' personal information was breached on Facebook. The social media giant is expected to be notified up to 87 million users whose personal information that was accessed by a political consultancy that worked for Donald Trump's presidential campaign. Facebook plans to place a link at the top of each user's newsfeed informing them that their data was improperly shared. Facebook plans to show all people on the site the third-party apps authorized to use their information and provide instructions on how to delete. The number has grown several times since the scandal became public last month. Facebook says that the bulk of affected users are in the United States.
The Lake Mead water levels consistently changes depending on the weather and season. The most important factor is how much water people use in the Vegas Valley. Lake Mead's water level has been decreasing rapidly since 1998. We have used more than 60% of Lake Mead's water. As the water levels decline, we see lines on the mountains which represent where the water was in the past. It also shows us how much the water level has declined. The water levels declining will soon make all the Vegas Valley have to limit our use of water. Many people use Lake Mead's water every day, and as it decreases, we can witness the effect of this from our homes.
For some, getting up for school every day is a hassle, but it is a good thing that we start so early in the morning. One benefit that comes out of starting bright and early in the day is how we are able to get out in the early afternoon. But then again, some students' parents are still at work when school is out, so they have to wait, walk, or ride the bus. There are some negative effects of walking or waking up early though. One of the negative problems is that if you want to get up early, you have to go to bed early. For some students, they are not able to go to bed early with clubs they are doing for sports they are involved in. A positive effect of waking up early is that your mental health will be stable when you wake up later. You have stress about getting to work/school on time. But when you wake up earlier, you have more time to think and get ready for your day. Many researchers have differences of opinions on you whether you should be an early riser or a late riser.
Cell phones may be gaining acceptance back in school administrations, giving in to parents that wish to keep their tabs on their children while attending school. Phones are to be used as lifelines between students and emergency contacts in case of an emergency. The policy began to change because kids ages 10 and up began carrying them. Liz Kalab, an education technologist, professor at the University of Michigan, said, quote, "There are teachers who found having a cell phone is like having a computer in your pocket. So it's another way to have a learning tool at the disposal of the children. That isn't necessarily costing the district more money," unquote. Some students use their phones for dictionary or Google Translate in foreign language classes. Also to use Kahoot, an educational trivia game.
Carter, I sure hope we will be able to use our phones in school.
Don't forget about those Lake Mead water levels.
Thank you for watching. I'm Connor Gagnon.
And I'm Carter Stagg, FST News.